This is the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Ever wish you could re-listen to your favorite interview or segment? Do you enjoy hearing older shows for the first time in years? Then the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less is just what you need. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Welcome, everyone, once again to the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. I'm your host, John Solberg, and I'm always super excited. Can't thank them enough. Got to tell you, The Butcher Shop is bringing you this episode. The Butcher Shop is purveyors of highly sought-after 100% Australian non-crossbred Wyvara 9+ biscuits, and as always, they are handpicked just for you. The Butcher Shop has been retailing the finest meats for more than 15 years. Every week, they ship out competition-quality meats to many of the biggest teams in the competition scene across the nation. Simply put, teams who use The Butcher Shop win, they win big, and they win often. I know you may not be a competitor, but you still have an eye for the finer cuts in life. Great news for you. The Butcher Shop is always shipping out some of the finest prime, dry-aged, Australian Wagyu and Japanese Wagyu steaks to people just like you and me who aspire to be the kings and queens of their cul-de-sac. The Butcher Shop always has Berkshire, Compart Duroc, Allegiance Duroc, and Prairie Fresh all-natural pork in stock as well. And again, they're going to hand-pick out what you're going to get. Y'all might be saying that sounds great, but what about something exotic? Rest easy knowing the Butcher Shop can get you a wide variety of exotic meats. Camel, elk, I don't even know what the crazy stuff they can get. You're going to have to give them a call and find out. I'll tell you how to do that in just a second. Until then, let's review. They have the best competition briskets. They got that. They have the best pork selection. They got that. They have all the better overall options for you to cook at home. They certainly have that as well. So give the Butcher Shop a call today, 850-458-8782. That's 850-458-8782. Mention the BBQ Central Show for 10% off your entire order each and every time. You can also reach out to them on Facebook, facebook.com/The Butcher Shop. Shop is spelled S-H-O-P-P-E. The Butcher Shop, home of the 100% Australian non-crossbred Wyvara 9+ briskets. And in today's show, let's take a trip back to August 27, 2013. Learn about the Better Burger Contest.
My next guest walked off with the win at the Sutter Home Build a Better Burger Contest last month that grossed her a cool $100,000. But she is a grizzled cook competitor and a number of wins to her credit before the one last month. Let's race over to the hotline and welcome first-timer to the show, Erin Evanson joining me. Erin, how are you?
Oh, great. Greg, thank you so much. I can't believe I get to follow the progress genius of Peter Gabriel.
I mean...
No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually far more excited to follow up with the inventor of iGrill. So it's been a great night. Thank you so much for having me.
Certainly my pleasure, Erin, and I appreciate you making time. I guess maybe for the folks that don't know so much about you, a little background about you, maybe both personally and professionally.
Great. Well, thank you. I pretty much across the board, I'm simply a home cook. I really lucked out about 6 years ago. I entered my first competition, which was actually Sutter Home's Build a Better Burger Contest. I entered it primarily because my dad had just passed away, and he had been in the process of building my parents' dream house in Colorado. And after he died, we're like, oh, holy crap, we can't, pay someone to do this. So I thought, what can I do legally? I mean, obviously there are a lot of things I could have made money from legally, but I thought about what I could do. And people had told me constantly, you know what, your food's good. Why don't you enter a contest? And I just didn't think that was something that really kind of meshed with my personality. But I kind of looked around and kind of stumbled upon this competition. I was like, well, why not give it a go? And I went for it. And after I met the other people competing there, it was kind of my first introduction to any type of competitive cooking environment. I was hooked because everyone who does this is awesome. And that's how it started.
Erin Evanson joining me here on the show. She does have a website if you want to check it out while we're talking. It is weeatinsound.com. What does that mean exactly, Erin?
You know, There's a really great song by a band called Elf Power called We Dream and Sound, and that was kind of the inspiration. I love pairing songs with food. I think it's kind of a natural pairing. I know it's like super dorky and like nerdy, but it's a very, very new blog. I will warn people, but it will become better in time.
Well, I mean, I read over it. It actually is very encompassing right now. So, as long as you keep at it and you keep adding that, people love content, right, Erin? So you got to keep trucking away as long as that's concerned. Did you grow...
Thank you so much, Greg.
Oh, no problem. Did you grow up in a house where cooking was like the event of the evening, or is this kind of something that happened later in life for you?
Yeah, I really lucked out that I grew up in a household in which my mom was a great cook. My dad was a great cook, which, usually when you have two parents who are both really great cooks, it's kind of unusual. My siblings, my sister is 10 years older than I am, and my brother is 13 years older than I am. So I was really lucking out to see a lot of really great creative cooking in the house. But I think the thing that really made a difference for me was that my parents, particularly my mom, just said basically, make a mess, do whatever you want, be creative. And my first creation I really remember, sticking with me was, I took some ash out of the fireplace, because I think our entire family is pretty much pyromaniacs. And we love the open fire. We love the grill. And I took some ash and mashed it together with some brown sugar, and, I thought it was delicious.
Ash and brown sugar. Was Erin making a rub? Was she making an ash cake or an ash pie? I have no idea. You want to find out? There's a link in today's show notes. It's going to take you to this complete episode. Head on over there and see what Erin was making with fireplace, ash, and brown sugar. Did I hear that right? Let me know. I'm not sure. And until next time on the Best Moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less, I'm your host, John Solberg. I always look forward to talking to you again soon.